Welcome back. We are here with some mono black menagerie. So this is kind of a combo-y, aristocrat-y reanimator shell for little weenies. So what we're trying to do is fill the yard or just play creatures, have them die, and then bring them back with Gruesome Menagerie. So this is a reanimation spell that lets us bring back 3 creatures of CMC 1, 2, and 3 mana. We also are playing 1 Cauldron of Eternity as a 4th reanimation source. So unlike most reanimator shells where you play something big like Agent of Treachery, we're playing smaller creatures to get value. And what we want to do is really abuse Ayara, First of Locthwain. So what we're trying to do here is whenever a black creature enters the battlefield under our control, each opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. And then we can sacrifice a creature to a black creature to draw a card, and that puts more creatures in their graveyard, gets us more card advantage, and we can kind of go from there. So the rest of the deck is a bunch of cheap creatures in black. So we have a new card, Cauldron Familiar. So same kind of effect. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and we gain a life, and you could sack a food to return it to the graveyard. Gutterbones is a way we can just keep getting creatures back that are in the grave. Knight of Ebon Legion gets bigger over time. Priest is a way we can sack stuff and get card advantage, force the opponent to sack creatures, draw cards, get ramp. Yarok's Fenlurker is a way to attack the opponent's hand. Midnight Reaper is a card draw engine. Rotting Regisaur, I want to try it out. It's a way for us to just have a really powerful threat. And it kind of fills our graveyard in the same way. 4 Murderous Rider, awesome removal in the format. 4 Aria as mentioned. So I'm actually going to make 1 change. I'm going to cut the spawn, cut the swamp, and then Witch's Oven. So I'm going to play a couple of these. And yeah, let's try 2 first. So there's actually a loop you can do. So you sack a creature, so you could sack the Cauldron Familiar, get in the graveyard, you create a food token, sack the food token, bring back Cauldron Familiar, and you could keep draining like that. So I want to kind of try it like that, and it's also a sack outlet in case they have any sort of exile. Because we're playing best of 1 right now, the sideboard doesn't really matter. We're playing also 4 castles as card draw engine. So let's run it through. So we're going to be playing pretty much as many of these decks as we can today. We're playing the free event right now, so you get 12 games, play whatever you want, and then go from there. We played Blue-Green Flash already, went 2-1 with it, felt pretty strong. So let's go from here. Alright, hey Prince Zard, how's it going? Welcome all tuning in the chat. So I'm just going to play deck by deck. We'll try to do about 30 minutes per deck right now just to get a feel for them, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to try to upload a couple more. I'll spend some more time on the Abzan Garruk deck. Probably put in about an hour of time on that one, and about an hour on the I got a couple budget decks I want to play, so we'll play those as well. Yeah, meta's all over the place right now. To me, this is the most fun part of Standard, where anything's viable because nobody knows what you're playing against. Sideboards are iffy. With all my brews right now, they've all been contingent on knowing we don't have a sideboard. I'm going to keep this hand. If we had a 1-drop, it'd be better, but we could just drop our hand and then drop Registar. Depending on how slow the opponent's deck is, we can just drop Registar and say deal with the 7/6. I was hoping there would be like some really broken commander stuff you could do with her, but she's just like worse than Yawgmoth. But I think I need to build mono black EDH. I'm upset because I sold my foil Urborg and Cabal coffers, and now they're like stupid amounts of money. But let me know, chat, what you would like to see as well. Thanks, Prince Art. I try to post as many unique brews as possible. off today from work, specifically to brew. But if you ever miss anything on Twitch, I put everything on my YouTube channel, so you never need to worry about missing any of the action. Okay, so we have Menagerie. I'm just going to get Ayara going. And I want to keep Priest alive, so we'll wait. So we don't have any dorks. I'm going to take him off the Risen Reef with Murderous Rider. We got the healer. So this looks like some blue-green ramp deck. Okay, we got the Familiar. Menagerie's pretty sweet. So let me attack first. I'm gonna hold this up in case they have a Nisa. Or we could just do Regisaur, but I like my hand right now. We'll wait a turn. Because I can Murderous Rider, go from there. So I'm gonna just Murder Rider. Get rid of that. They spend their whole turn, and we can just play this out and then sack it. Okay, so we got a second Menagerie. So I can sack these two. Get 5 mana, get them back. But I think we just go with Rotting Regisaur. And then go from there. Have him try to deal with the 7/6. Okay, so Cavalier is scary. They can get the Voracious Hydra back. So they mill. Opponent didn't really go much in terms of creativity on their deck. Okay, so we got the second. Let's attack with the 7/6. So let's sack these two. We get the mana back. And then we could Gruesome Menagerie back. Oh, we actually get a land too. So I'm going to hold the land because I want to keep it handy. Yeah, just the two. Drain them for some more. And then just pass the turn. So we can pretty much run it back next turn. So you're playing Demir Control, you sided in Ceratops, Veil Summer, what should I have taken out? Usually I'll get rid of, because the games go long, Quench is usually a little bit slower, but you gotta kind of look at it case by case. So I'm just gonna attack in here, see how they block. Okay, so they double block. Don't think we want we got Healer the Glade back. could sack the Ayara. I haven't played too much against the mirror, but as long as you hold up your counters, I would imagine you're fine. Just keep up protection. Like, you can get rid of Unsummon. It's usually not as good. So here, let's go Arya. Knight of Ebon Legion. Murderous Rider. Gets a counter on it. This deck's sweet. Just doing like random stuff. Like they'll gain some life. Ah, they got the agent. What do they take? Knight or Arya? I really like this deck. I think we need some card draw. Might make sense to go another... Actually, I'm an idiot. I had Arya. I could have just drawn cards. Alright, so new cards. It's important to read them. So we got the Fenlurker. Get him to exile something. We can attack in. But I think we just hold off. Okay, so they got Nisa. They are stabilizing, which is a bit of a concern. This Gruesome Menagerie doesn't do enough. I don't know if we want to be on these Registars. They feel a little bit bad in the deck. I might want more Midnight Reapers instead. Yeah, we probably died at this point. They're going to get a lot more advantage. Yeah, they showed Hydrate Crisis. I forgot to update on Aether Hub the deck extension. Where are you, Mono Black? Okay, so the deck extension for those live on the side here by the cat. I think we just block sack. See what we do. I think we're dead regardless. Cauldron could work out, but even just getting Arya back's probably not enough. So we got Murderous Rider.
I can help you no longer.
That gets rid of that. Second Priest doesn't do too much. I can see, we might be able to just grind them out. They're at 8 life, we're at 26, so we can take some hits. So you're the one without haste. Murderous Rider does go to the bottom of our library. Okay, they give us Arya back. So Menagerie gets us 3 things. Oh, we do have Castle as well, but I think we just go... go like this. I don't want them to... I'm surprised they haven't just done a Cavalier, to be honest. Let's see what they target. Whatever they target, we're gonna sack. It's probably the Priest, is my guess. Because all they have to do is Hydroid Crisis, gain a bunch of life, and they would be fine. Let's just make this big, since we have the mana, and then we can go from there. I'm going to take out the land here. Okay, so play out the land so we don't take damage. So we can block, or block, sack, and then go from there. So we're pretty far behind. Okay, so they attack with everything. We block here. Sack. So Menagerie. Oh, are they just dead? No. Yeah, as long they're gonna put the Hydroid Crisis on top. I am a little stuck though, because I can't. I have to deal 2 damage. I need 2 creatures. So they get the Risen Reef. Nah, they gain life. I can only do Gutterbones if they've taken damage this turn. And then this I need to sack a food token. They gain 3 life. And that's bad because it's a land. And I can't sack the creatures because I died a Midnight Reaper. And I'm dead. We're going out on our own terms. That was close. Okay, so I need to tweak this a bit. I did not like the Regisars in this deck. What's a 2 mana threat? I think we go up another Cauldron. Like, that's all we wanted that game. No, I don't want to craft. Why is it being silly right now? Sorry about this. It's okay, so 2 Cauldrons, and then let's see what we can do as 2-drop black creatures. Actually, might not be the worst to do. So this whenever a black creature enters the battlefield. Oh, why didn't I think of this? Duh. Dreadhorde Invasion. This, and then play around with that. 22, play the Cauldron. Let's go back down the Cauldron. Dread Presence too slow for the deck. It doesn't get reanimated off Gruesome Menagerie, and it dies to pretty much everything. Let's go like this. So we wanted stuff that's 1, 2, or 3 mana to get back with Gruesome Menagerie. We're not like the slow grind them out style deck. Okay, so let's try this. So Arya with and then we might want more Witch's Ovens, because what we could do is Dreadhorde Invasion makes a token, triggers Arya. Oh, we got the combo. We got the combo. Oh, we got the combo. And we got Cauldron for some resilience. Okay, I think I'm gonna craft this deck probably. seems like the most fun. So, how this works, sack this, comes back, sack this, get it back. Maybe we splash red and then bring in like Dreadhorde Butcher and Judith. Oh, we're playing aristocrats now. Opponent's on some Esper nonsense, it's fine. Because I don't think they've seen our combo. Can this be done at any time? So we could do this at any time, so we'll do it on their end step. There's a lot of combos. Usually when I do like the videos like that, I'd rather play them out to actually get a feel. So they go Oathakaya. Let's get our damage. That's odd. They went after the Cauldron Familiar. Because do you have a moment to see Gutterbones in action? So watch and learn. So that triggers. Sack this. Get back Cauldron Familiar. Drain them the damage, get Gutterbones back to our hand. I love this deck. Oh, I love this deck.
My prowess is I'll keep an open mind.
So they got another Narset off Narset. So I'm just going face here. No sense giving them a chance. I don't know if we could just win here. And just pass the turn. This gets bigger. So I'm not going to do this yet in case they have Oathakaya.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
It definitely was wrong for them.
Sorry I'm late.
This is an ability. So we can get this back.
This might
And
be
the
a bad
opponent's
idea.
dead. Yeah, they'll bounce Arya, which is fine, but this isn't a spell. Okay, so the Witch's Oven combo is awesome. And that is what we need to build around. I think we go 3 ovens, maybe? Or let's try one more. Yeah, the big dino Rotting Registrar just seemed at odds with the deck. I haven't done mono red aggro yet. I built a Cavalcade version that we'll get to. Since really the only cards I added were 4 Thorbans and a couple Fervent Champions. That's something I could play after the free decks. I'm just trying to do the ones that have all the expensive wild cards yet because we haven't pulled them all. Yeah, it's a nice curve. Ah, I didn't get my Garrick sleeves. Or my gingerbread sleeves. Gotta add those. I also have these. Okay, so this could be an Oko deck. Yeah, there's Fibblethip's, at least an avatar. I don't know about sleeves. They kind of just were like, it was on Twitter. It was just like as a side note. They're like, oh, we're doing maintenance. Also, here are some sleeves. Or here's some avatars. Okay, so they did double Gilded Goose here. So I could go Gutterbones. I think we just do Arya. Because I could do Gutterbones here, sack them both, play Arya. I think we just play Arya this turn. Get her going. Yeah, I gotta check. I think I got the Fox too. I did the Mastery Pass. I ended up playing a lot of Magic, so we got up to level 100 like a week before. And then you just get back all the gems and everything. So this could be an Oko deck. If they do, they probably turn this into an Elk, one of these. But we have the Murderous Rider to deal with Oko, so I'm happy there. Even if they have Nisa here. I don't know how I feel about these. If you're not playing Oko, I feel like it's just a really bad, like, one-time ramp spell. Okay, so they have Nisa, they're popping both. Also, the UI is really bad with these. You gotta, like, do a bunch of clicks. That's fine. We will happily take the damage. We just gain a lot of incidental life with this deck, so it's fine. Ah, yeah. Dreadhorde. Okay, so... we need to get Nisa off first, so I think we still prioritize the Murderous Rider play. Oh, sweet. So, Murderous Rider, get rid of Nisa. And then just another Gutterbones. And no attacks. We can sack the Gutterbones if we want to draw a card, but we'll probably just hang on at this point. Once we get Dreadhorde Invasion going, then we're laughing. It's funny. We're doing fantasy basketball in a couple weeks. And it's the first year my wife's joining. So it's auction style and she's asking all these questions. So I'm just gonna sack whatever they fight. So we got the oven. And then this is going to cost less. So I think we just go like this. Pass the turn. Because what Cauldron of Eternity just becomes redundant. See at this point. If they have another Voracious Hydra. Alrighty, let's go. Flash was strong, but this deck is so much more fun to play. No blocks here. I guess I could have blocked and then sacked with Arya to get this cheaper. I got Once Upon a Time. Not as good when you don't get it for free. Yeah. You are a big boy. So the cool thing here... So I'm just going to get this down for the lifelink. Get this back to hand as well. So every turn I could sack the zombie. So I get a card draw and I drain them for damage, and then I get another zombie into play. They're getting a lot of mana. So we'll see what they come with. They might just double up, to be honest. Okay, so here... Can you block? Yeah, you can block. Just do it like this. Might as well get the food. Got another one in hand, so that's a way we can start looping. I'm just gonna go gain 2 life here. And we got Murderous Rider? Okay. I think we just get her down. She's more value. Just pass the turn. We can always pop these food tokens for life. Or if we can draw Familiar, Cauldron Familiar, then we have multiple creatures, like loops to get going. Murderous Rider is going to go after Voracious Hydra. So I'm just going to block like that. We'll soak up a damage. Great Henge is a crazy card and something I'm excited to play. So we need to get rid of you. So Vessel is pretty cheap right now. Still one short, so I can sack the Gutterbones to make this cost 2. We're still a mana short. We're at 6 mana. I need to do this turn. So I think we just get this back to hand and then play it out, gain the life. Pass the turn. We'll do Murderous Rider, kill this. They are going to gain 2 life each turn, so it's a little troublesome. So it's actually a really good engine they have going. We need a Cauldron Familiar. That's the way we get out of this game. This is net neutral for us, but they're gaining a life each turn. Net neutral, so they're coming ahead. Roleshk. That's also troublesome. Hold back with that. Okay, so they do the Yorvo as well. Because this has trample. If you're not in any rush, I would likely suggest wait till the meta to settle. But if you're budget, I'm gonna post a couple budget decks hopefully later today. If even like Phoenix is pretty cheap. There's the budget like blue-white card draw. I need to do this to draw a card. Okay, we got Menagerie. Okay, so what can we do with Menagerie? Arya stack, so that's something. So we'll keep this one. That's 6 damage. Gain 6 life. And then I don't know if that's enough to keep us alive. We just gotta run it back. Priest is probably gonna be too slow. Barkhide. They have 5 in the air. 7 in the air. Yeah, Magic's an expensive hobby. Like I said, even just to get to this point, all the decks I want to play, I'm still missing like 20 to 40% of the decks, and I've cracked probably close to 75 packs now of the new set. This deck does have grind value, so I could go Temple or Cauldron of Eternity. I really need the Familiar. Familiar is like the way we kind of get out of this. Midnight Reaper at any point would have been good. Go second Roleshk. They could just put it on the flyers. Well, when it dies, it proliferates too. That's actually pretty good. So they might just have enough in the air to kill us this time. Alright, let's figure out our blocks. How do we get out of this? So you block there. You block there. I'm taking 11, 18. If I block here, then we take 1, 7, 14, 19. Yeah, we're dead either way. Too late. Too late. Didn't draw what we needed to. Cauldron Familiar. Ah, we would have got him with Menagerie. Yeah, we're dead anyways. I like this deck though. I think if we keep tweaking it, it can be good. I think we went 1 and 2 with this one. So just want to do my records so I know. Okay. How do we tweak this? So card draws seem to be the issue. Cauldron's been pretty lackluster. I think we just go up another Midnight Reaper. Try that out. We'll do one more. I like this deck. Too many formats. So I'll run through this one here, and then I'm going to quickly grab some lunch, and then take the dog out to pee. And then we'll be back for... Well, I'll let you folks choose what you'd like to see next out of the decks we have uploaded right after this. It'll give me a chance to upload these in the background on YouTube. I'll try to get out as many of these as possible over the next few days. Okay, so this I will keep. Really like this curve. So lead on Gutterbones because it comes into play tapped. It's also more power on turn 2 to attack in. Once upon a time. Yeah. She might be fun in Brawl actually when we get that format up. Because you can do there's the Black Demonic Tutor style card. Yeah, I'll probably play some historic. Like, I like Golos Field. It was my favorite deck of that whole standard season, so I'll probably be jamming some more of it. So this turn, I'm just gonna get the Priest going. No attacks. Getting Priest active is very strong. Especially against a creature-based deck like Mono Green. We can either take them off their ramp or their creature. Okay, so we just need the Witch's Brew. The Witch's Cauldron, and we are comboing. Both of these can come back as recursive. Okay, so they keep the ramp. I would like to see a land sooner than later. That's gonna fight. So they go after Priest. That's good. I think we just go Midnight Reaper this turn. At the very worst, we can draw 2 cards if they target the Reaper. I want to get some lands in, and if I can get the Witch's Cauldron, then we go off. I think we just go more combo-y, perhaps, in the deck. Okay, so they're slowly running out of cards here. This will get bigger, but we have chump blockers for days. Gonna take this attack. It's really windy right now, so my doors are banging in the other room. Okay, so we got the land, which is nice. Actually, it's supposed to go up to 35 next week. It's been weird. Our fall so far has been warmer than like half the summer. Global warming is obviously not real. But today's probably about 20 degrees. 20, 25 degrees. It was raining, but now it's like nice and sunny. Our temperature is weird. It goes from like there's no in between. It's you either get 30 or you get like minus 20, which is not fun with the dog. Last year the coldest we got was like minus 50 for like 2 or 3 days, but most of the winter was mild. But that day, just like I usually grow out the beard more in the winter, but it just would freeze and like you could chunk off pieces of your beard. So this is where it gets scary with Yorvo, because it gets...
And listen to the sounds of the wild.
So if they give it trample, it's bad. So they might go all in on Yorvo. If I was them, I'd probably fight Arya. That's my deck after. It's one of the options. Questing Beast, this, the Great Henge, all seem really good. Opponent didn't read the card, so they fog themselves for a turn with that attack. Unless they go indestructible. So, waiting on the opponent. So something to remember, if you're playing this card, you need to go into full control mode to be able to do it properly. So I'm just going to get the 2 draws. Okay. Interesting. They didn't go like that. I think we just go like this. At this point, I'm just trying to drain him out. The opponent's, for whatever reasons, deciding not to attack with Yorvo to just force us into chump blocking. So if they don't want to do it for us, we will. I'm going to take 8 this turn from that. But I'd rather get the draw 2 off it, because then we can just do this like incidental damage. Graveyard wise, we got 3 for a Menagerie if we draw it. This can be the Troll. Yeah, I go Voracious Hydra. See what they decide to fight here. I'm just gonna get the 2 card draw this turn. Okay, and we drew nothing but lands, which kind of sucks. They forgot to plus Vivian here. So we're gonna take the block this turn because they gun goofed. We'll get 2 more draws. Okay, we got Priest. We got the Oven combo going. Okay, so we got a lot going on. We might need to have kill the Midnight Reaper. We're gonna take too much damage.
This'll be fun to watch.
Okay, so let's go Arya. Then Knight of Ebon Legion. Witch's Oven, sack the Reaper. We can do that at instant speed, so we'll just wait a turn. We're gonna be taking a stupid amount of damage. So we're gonna block whatever doesn't have trample. Man, Yorvo gets big. And if they just remembered to plus that turn, they would have had us in a world of hurt. So this is the game we could have used Cauldron, but maybe not. Why aren't you putting on Yorvo? It gets trample.
This will be fun to
watch. Like all I'm gonna do is chump block the 8 power. So I'm gonna declare attacks. So sack this, we gain 2, they lose 2. And then I have 3 more damage minimum in hand, plus the Cauldron Familiar, so it might be enough. It doesn't matter what we block here, they all have trample. So we're taking 4, 9, 13. Oh, cool. Do we just win? Menagerie gets back 3 Cauldron Familiar, or gets Cauldron Familiar, Priest, Arya. Double trigger. Combo. So I need Arya, Cauldron Familiar, Priest. Keep our original Arya. Combo. Yeah, opponent messed up. They could have had us dead. Yeah, you could create a food token. You have mana to sack it. Okay, but have you heard the word of why Cauldron Familiars? Get in the oven. Get in the oven and you're dead. Okay, I like this deck. I'm crafting this one. Yeah, you're dead, buddy. Arya combo. Wow, this one's my... This is a deck. I don't care how many games it wins in the end, but this is fun. Okay, I'll post the updated deck list on Aether Hub later today. I'm gonna play around with it, and we'll keep updating the version. I think we're gonna want more Witch's Ovens. Menagerie's good. Yeah, I think we keep... Maybe go down a Gutterbones for another Witch's Oven. Or a Knight of Ebon Legion for a Witch's Oven. Because Gutterbones gets recursive, which is good, with Priest, which is more value. Knight just kind of feels a little awkward. So I think we do that. Okay, we'll play around with it some more. Alright, so... Gonna go for lunch, but the decks we can play afterwards are... Mono Green Stompy. So... Kind of like what we saw the opponent, but actually using Vivian properly. Some Yorvos, Questing Beast, get up to the Great Henge with Feasting Troll. I don't play the... I don't like the Goose in this particular build, so there's this one. So I'll show you all the options, and you let me know. I'm probably going to hold off Is It Phoenix because we have everything in the main board to play. I do need to make a tweak because Finale can't get back Discovery Dispersal because it's CMC 7. So that one will probably just play regular after the event. There's Black-White Knights, which is probably something I want to try out. So this is kind of go wide Knight strategy with Icon, and then you could like burn your opponent out with the Smitten Swordmaster ability. So there's that one, and we're going to play this one at least once because I don't want to spend the wild cards on it right now. This is a combo deck, Mystic Forge, where you have Mystic Forge out. You can cast all these X spells for 0 mana. You get the Enter the Battlefield effect from Corpse Knight and the Death Trigger from Cruel Celebrant. And then you can command the Dreadhorde everything back and then get a second instance of all the Death Triggers. And then you got a Karn Wishboard. So this is a best of 1 deck that we can play as well. So there's that one, and then there's Oko Dreadhorde Invasion. I'm missing quite a bit of mythics for this one, so I'll probably play this one too. Basically, every turn, Dreadhorde Invasion makes a zombie with a 1 counter on it. You turn that zombie with a +1 into a 3/3 with +1 elk. So every turn you get an elk. The rest of it's kind of a Sultai mid-range list. Maybe want to play some more Great Henge, or we'll play around with the numbers to see from there. So let me know in the chat which one you'd like to see, and then after lunch we can come back with that. But we got through 7 games between the 2 decks so far. Cheerios? Okay, we'll do the Cheerios one, most likely, because I'd rather be playing... if I'm spending wild cards, I'd rather spend a mythic wild card on an Oko than spend a rare wild card on Chamber Sentry. Constructed All-Star Chamber Sentry. This is more of a meme deck, so we'll have a fun one there. And then I'll do... I haven't imported it yet, but it's a budget brew. It's only 12 rares, but 8 of them are lands. It's Iron Crag, Pyromancer, Draw Matters. So we'll play that as a budget build. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll do 1 to 2 games of Cheerios as a quick video after. Then we'll do some games of Knights, and then we'll follow it up with Stompy or Invasion. It can. It's a little bit lower to the ground, but because it was budget, I tried to reduce the rare wild cards, so the only rare outside of the Lions are Ironclad. Hey Pharmalike, thanks for joining. We're actually just wrapping up. I'm going to grab some lunch. I'll probably be back in about 45 minutes to an hour's time. So probably around 2 p.m. Eastern, and we'll come back with a couple more videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you folks shortly. Have a good afternoon if I don't speak to you.